Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. I hope you too are doing great.
Yes, we are. Now, for your first question. What's the most important lesson you learned in the past week?
In the past week, that everything happens for a reason and that we have experienced a lot of complications, but we already know that that's part of what we're experiencing right now, which is a pandemic. So we just need to stay positive and stay grateful for what is happening in our lives right now.
If beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, in whose eyes are you beautiful?
In my own eyes, I think that's the most important, to be beautiful when you look at yourself in the mirror. And that's why I have learned the importance of self-love. And through self-love, I have learned to embrace every part of me, good or bad. And that is what I have learned is the most important thing.
If we truly learn from our mistakes, would you advise a young person to keep making them?
Well, you should still try to achieve the best and still strive to be the best version of yourself, but you just need to recognize that mistakes are part of success and that you need to learn from your mistakes so you can do better the next time.
If you have the power to do one of the following, eliminate poverty and hunger, a government with no graft and corruption, or solve all environmental problems, which would you choose?
I would choose a government without corruption, because if we don't have corruption, we would also not see the poverty. We would see a government that takes care of its people. We would see a government who prioritize the safety, the healthcare, and then of course our environment, which is all very important.
If you were to add to cart one item to buy on Lazada to send to all Filipinas, to help inspire them during this time, what would it be and why?
I would say to go with a motivational card or a motivational book with some quotes, because I think we all need a little bit of positivity every day, and it will definitely help us get through the worst times.
Smooth and creamy with rich hazelnuts for your everyday wins.
Keep making them?
Absolutely. I think when I was 17 years old, I have made so many mistakes in my life. Just thinking about them right now makes me nervous. But I think all those mistakes, like not trusting myself enough to love someone, all those mistakes will make me take more risks in the future and now, which is why I always take more risks now, because I used not to.
If you have the power to do one of the following, eliminate poverty and hunger, a government with no graft and corruption, or solve all environmental problems, which would you choose?
I think the closest thing to my heart is eliminating hunger, because coming from Masbate, there are a lot of places out there that really need children who need nourishment. And I think that that's one of the biggest things that I need to focus on as a privileged person. I am not ashamed of my privilege, but I think that I should do more in my whole life, and especially as a miracle baby.
If you were to add to cart one item to buy on Lazada, to send to all Filipinas to help inspire them during this time, what would it be and why?
I think it's a rosary, because that's what my mother gave me when I went into the pageant. My mother was nervous about me coming into a pageant because she thinks that I always need her, but I always do need her. But I also have the strength that wherever I go, I can do my best because the rosary is with me. Thank you.
Thank you, kisses.
Oh, thank you so much. It's done now.